In some manner, Rachel Zegler has returned. Once more, this time incorporating Disney into a extremely awkward situation with Snow White, and its streaming circumstances are affirmative. She remains a calamity despite the box office. And what is she engaged in? Perhaps a unconventional friendship with the producer of Snow White. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Happy Hunt Day here on the Pro Channel, and we are delighted. We are delighted that you have approached us. It is always a pleasure to have you join us, and I am able to. I assure you that I can provide a guarantee as they do. It is stated in Louisiana that this does not pertain to a Rachel Zegler box office narrative. Individuals do of Zegler's involvement. Transformed akin to a Pokemon. Evolved, and indeed she is, well, whatever the dark type refers to an internal darkness. Her essence. No, we shall not proceed in that direction. Zegler has undergone evolution, but she has not transitioned from box office to streaming. She intends to annihilate any Disney's opportunity to recover expenses, participating in the digital download sector. Today, I will discuss Marvin. Welcome back, movie monster Marvin. Thank you so lot. It is always a pleasure to be present, my buddy. Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed. Simply click the like button, and the moment has arrived. For hurricanes are, once again, individuals should take heed. An examination of this excerpt from Snow White is currently broadcasting instructions on viewing Disney's live-action remake available online, created by Rudy Obias, and we are not here to truly dedicate considerable time to this. Aside from the second paragraph represents your perspective, requires knowledge prior to its arrival on Disney's streaming service. Snow White is accessible for purchase or rental online on digital in 4K Ultra HD because you truly require a high-definition view of what Zegler's begins at $25 on Prime Video, Apple TV, and other platforms featuring Marvin. Yet, this does not pertain to possessing the object which by the manner in which ownership would manifest is akin to possessing a copy of Joe Dirt or Jelly, I mean. You conceal those matters, Marvin. You do not acquire ownership for $25. What does this entail? You rent it for 3 days. Indeed, precisely what I have always desired. Excuse me, everyone, if you could please take. Recall that you do return home, Zegler. Must water her, and she is not potty trained in 3 days. Attention, everyone. This is our current position. Indeed, it is the Daily Mail. Hannah MacDonald and Rachel Zegler exhibit public endorsement for vocalist Ben Platt. Subsequent to his father Mark, the producer of Snow White, traveled to New York to admonish her for Palestine Post, and his sibling Jonah initiated a diatribe attributing responsibility to her for the box. Prepare for an office failure. Hurricane Zegler has re-emerged. Rachel Zegler garnered significant media attention earlier this year with her steadfast Middle Eastern views during the promotional trip for Snow. Controversy surrounding the White remake. I cannot believe that, Marvin. The article contains controversy. Highlights Rachel Zegler as the focal point. I cannot fathom that. I cannot comprehend it. It required reaching the second paragraph to obtain. The term controversy within the second paragraph encompassed Disney production following reports of its producer Mark Platt had to fly to New York. Intends to chastise Rachel for her actions. Observations of the battle which by the article omits this information, but we will provide it. Reportedly compelled Disney to allocate additional funds for security. Galadote due to her endangered status. What Zegler articulated. Children, indeed. Subsequently, events escalated. when his son Jonah seemed to summon. Rachel, a narcissist, engaged in an intense tirade on social media as he criticized her for compelling his father to abandon his family to journey nationwide to confront. I am uncertain if it seemed that he referred to her as a narcissist when he outrightly labeled her a narcissist. Consider omitting the term appeared at the moment when they explicitly state that. Here is where we delve into the subject. The latest development, everyone, pertains to Zegler, is exerting her utmost effort to once more eliminate streaming. What is it that she is? She is entering the Platt, the family of the producers, apparently attempting to establish a family schism. Indeed, let us proceed. It states. Weeks later, vocalist and thespian Ben Platt, who is the younger son of Mark, brother of Jonah, deviated from the family's stance on the Middle East. He disseminated a post denouncing their actions, seemed to endorse and participate in the support of Zegler. We have obtained a father and his son are ostensibly positioned on one side of this matter. The other son is markedly dissimilar. Additionally, we must acknowledge this other, the individual who recognizes in that manner that Zegler also shares several noteworthy, we shall refer to it as liberal, some may disagree, leftist perspectives. In other terms, there exists an existing familial division. Seems to be, and we ought not to be aware. This should remain confidential, although it is not, since the Daily Mail has published it. Here is what transpires. The son who is distinct in perspective from others. The family utilized Instagram to share the news of his dog's demise, which is quite distressing. We express our condolences, Rachel, during this sorrowful time. Expressed. My heart, darling, I sincerely apologize. I love you. Subsequently, the remark was appreciated by this other son. Now here is the producer, Mr. Platt. There is the dog. The son, and once more, this is entirely confidential. Materials that have now been disseminated. The actor and singer just published a post where he stated, now this is the another son who has a degree of discord with. The family may be involved in the act, at least to some extent. At least from the perspective of the performer, and the singer recently disseminated a post in which he stated that his Jewish identity is not delineated due to the Middle Eastern crisis and that he experiences alienation. He has also provided support. Certain factors that may have contributed. Gallaudet is in jeopardy. Last month, Ben uploaded an Instagram story address by Jewish actress Hannah Einbinder stated, my, and individuals. You can observe this here. My alphabetism, Marvin, is a secure method of expression. This alphabetism. I believe I think so. Bravo. That was an effective method. Nevertheless, it is not derogatory. My alphabetism is a customary practice of social justice, as is my Judaism. These are the traditions of human compassion for all human lives equally. This son written as an observant Jew with a strong affiliation. Judaism is cultural and emotional. Interpersonal remark, devoid of spiritual connotations, not defined by the state of Israel. Having experienced prolonged alienation from this dialogue among numerous individuals in the oldest community that holds differing sentiments, occasionally to a dogmatic degree, understood. Let us now discuss the current situation. Here individuals, as it initially appears, this may appear to be excessive concern over trivial matters. It is minimal, but that is not necessarily the case. Marvin from Zegler is refraining from making any comments, evidently regarding these other members of the. She is providing commentary regarding the family. She adores this one individual, this sole son, who identifies with the perspective of the alphabet and the opinions associated with it, would be challenging to conflate with the remaining two members of the family. It appears that Marvin is involved in this matter. Simultaneously, we are receiving this. Zegler is capitalizing on the streaming phenomenon. A member within a family where the other family members appear disinterested, to hold her in high regard, and that is conclusive. May be an underestimation of you. Ascertain the year of the other members of the family appears to disfavor her, and she is ingratiating herself with a particular member of the family members that may be estranged. Marvin, please guide us through what do you believe Zegler is capable of? I mean, you encountered a circumstance in which the father possesses distinctly traversed the nation to reprimand her for attempting to obtain her to cease the actions she was undertaking, performing something she categorically declined to do. Then you have the son who called. She is familiar with the fundamental aspects of the situation. He referred to her as a narcissist, and publicly labeled her. He did go out, although I suppose it was later. Remove that post. It remains accessible. The internet ensures permanence. There is now an abrupt division with one member of that family and all of a. Suddenly, I am present if you require assistance. If something else occurred, I am here for you. You need to communicate. I love you, dear. I adore you. I am here for you. I do not wish to exhibit excessive cruelty in this context, namely regarding the loss of a dog. Experiencing the loss of a loved one is profoundly distressing. For many individuals, their dog is akin to. Many of you have a family member. There is a sense of identification with that, which I find noteworthy. The issue here is that you have two among the three family members who are highly disturbed by Rachel Zegler and her actions. There is another member who is known to possess various perspectives and Zegler who should exclusively employ a professional relationship with his family, and that is, I require them to comprehend what is. She is an actress who is currently involved in a project, was employed by a producer who possessed to travel cross-country to admonish her. She is currently constructing a private, publicly observable relationship with the sole member of that individual's family with divergent perspectives from the remainder of the family, do you? We all observe how that is unfolding now. Zegler can justify her actions by stating, I am merely expressing my disdain for the dog's demise. However, Marvin, we understand the behavior of narcissists and a family member possesses referred to her as a narcissist. This may be accurate. Individuals, please inform us in the comments what. Consider this. Inform us if we are excessively distant, although I believe that you. I believe she is becoming emotionally attached herself in a relationship that lacks must be, and I believe she is executing it accordingly. Purpose for a certain reason. What do you believe? I believe it is feasible. I am certain of that. Narcissists generally exhibit certain characteristics. Refrain from engaging in any actions that do not directly benefit themselves. Thus, you are aware that even when an action appears selfless, even when something appears to be it originates from a commendable source, the heart of which they are not quite capable. It consistently revolves around me. I believe it is almost a certain method. If she is not attempting to interject herself by incorporating a visible association with an individual from the plot, I believe that could also be a potential approach of attempting to disrupt the public. The belief that this family harbors animosity against her. Absolutely correct. Unequivocally 100% accurate. One must consider that the producer, Mark Platt, is likely not finding this enjoyable. It is likely that one son is not deriving enjoyment from that, labeling the actress as a narcissist who is devastating their relatives who acquired their father absent from the family vacation. All of this, along with the other one, is occurring. Contacted by her. And all of this is public individuals. This represents the type of family. Disorderly and unpleasant dramatic elements. It occurs frequently within communities. And you wish to avoid it being a. This is manifesting in a highly conspicuous manner. On a grand stage. It is also occurring if we visit Variety at the simultaneously with Zegler's presence at the Cannes Film Festival featuring Marissa Toe. Advertising the new film, She Gets It From. This may be one of the final instances. Pictures in which Zegler is involved. Whereas Hollywood has grown weary of her. Indicates that she is unbankable and she is also. She successfully estranged herself from the crowd is entirely visible. Nonetheless, this can be observed. This is her current location, correct? Was engaging in activities reminiscent to Disney's Snow White. She was engaged in a Steven Spielberg production of West Side Story. She now comprehends the narratives she is engaging with. Me with director Julia von Hind. No discredit to Von Hines, but you. Be aware that this is approximately $40 million. Productivity compared to her previous state. Understand the significance of being involved in conjunction with the duration of her involvement in that picture at the simultaneously with the release of Snow White. We can all discuss individuals. We can all discuss precisely how this is progressing concerning you, regarding its classification as a narrative, regardless of whether it constitutes a narrative, family drama, among other factors, but we are not responsible for its creation. This is the nature of the narrative that is being reported in the Daily Mail, and it cannot satisfy Disney's expectations. To be seated there contemplating. Marvin, we require a respite from this woman. Simply grant us a reprieve. I believe It appears like the world is conveying that as well. Public indifference or hostility towards her has accompanied her to the stage. Evita said that she was engaged in an activity immediately thereafter. Snow White is experiencing a significant failure. London, I was unaware. I was aware that they had conducted bombings. Experiencing a sense of emptiness. They are encountering difficulties in selling. The tickets are not selling effectively. The last time I heard, well, that is a issue due to her last remaining outlet. It truly is Broadway at this juncture. I mean, she completely demolished Snow White. You could not have possibly ruined that. Is the movie any better? There was also numerous additional factors contributed to this. The entire matter of dwarfism that was an unequivocal disaster. Tragic travesty for Disney. Yet, this. She accepted it. Injured bird and discarded it into a. Still, you are aware of an impending movement. Aircraft directly through the jet engine. That was the best visual. I can attest to how she treated Snow White. You are lacking several feathers. You are meant to be here. Forget it. We will not proceed. Let us express, individuals, that we must exhibit kindness towards this matter. To the advertising, I will provide Marvin. You possess the ultimate authority on this matter. Zegler is affixing herself to this family that maintained a professional relationship with her. It is evident that they are dissatisfied with her. Yet, there exists one member of the family who articulates her perspectives, and she is attached to this family like a barnacle. Thus, even subsequent to the professional, the private nightmare has concluded. Persists. Rachel Zegler thrives on attention and the issue when you are not. No longer engaged in films. Prolonged engagement in theater. Productions yield diminished returns. Attention. All her actions must be somewhat filtered through the perspective of her endeavor to obtain attention she could have effortlessly. I messaged this individual, stating, apologies regarding your dog. Indeed it was. Deliberately choose to become public, ensuring that it was in a accessible public forum. Indeed, and conveying a person to whom she expresses her love. That is the issue concerning Marvin. You are precisely correct. It could have been. What was conducted secretly was executed publicly. This is not comparable to your situation. Your Instagram is managed by Marvin. This is not related to your Facebook, where you receive 3 likes. Zegler is aware that any actions she undertakes will be reported by the media and it will obtain tens of thousands. I am aware it's astonishing yet garnering tens of thousands of likes. Even if she is unable to sell tens of thousands. Regarding tickets, she is aware that this is distinct game than the typical individual conveying a benevolent message. Online certainly it is. All is computed, and that is final. It is not solely her, it encompasses all of Hollywood. Celebs accompanied by their publicists. The action they undertake in public is calculated and consistently directed towards some overarching objective. They do not exist in this world as such. You and I engage in this endeavor. What is the strategy here, everyone? What is the play in which Rachel Zegler is participating? To attract attention to herself in time for Snow White's arrival. Streaming in order to get chart success. It may be due to the fact that there are individuals who possess it without cost. Disney Plus, indeed they are. Essentially distributing Disney Plus at no cost. Available at this juncture so they will possess it. It may chart, and if it does, Rachel Zegler seeks to emerge from obscurity and proclaim, I am present, and observe me. Controversies abound. That is not my concern. That is the issue at hand. At the core of this, and individuals will leave it there. I am entrusting it to you. Engage as an active participant. Thank you. Thank you for meeting with us. We look forward to seeing you again. Once more, Zegler is not an advantage at this time. Box office, and she will have a video conference. Pouring directly downward as well. I believe there are no lessons taught, yet it is beneficial for content authors who view it. Persist in incinerating till the continue to learn and develop in the future. Continue to enjoy yourself.